Hi, fourth grade. Today we're going to continue our study of division, and we're going to be practicing estimating quotients today. All right, so we're going to be learning a new word today, and that's called compatible numbers. So in order to estimate quotients with two-digit divisors, it's important to think of nearby numbers that are compatible. So compatible numbers are numbers that evenly divide into one another. Okay, so for example, 90 and 30 are compatible because 90 divided by 30 equals 3. It is evenly divided. Another example of compatible numbers are 20 and 10. 20 and 10 are compatible because 20 can evenly be divided by 10, giving you the answer of 2. So I want you to think of a set of compatible numbers right now and either write it in your math spiral or tell someone next to you. Say an example of two compatible numbers are, here are a couple more examples of sets of compatible numbers. 4 and 8 are compatible. 4 can evenly go into 8. 12 and 3 are compatible. 12 can evenly be divided by 3 with no remainder. 125 are compatible, right? 100 divided by 25 is 4 with nothing left over. So it's really important that you have this strong understanding of compatible numbers, looking for that relationship today, okay? So we're going to use compatible numbers today to help us estimate, okay? So let's look at this example division problem in the red box right here. It's 65 divided by 21. Well, that's kind of a big nasty problem, and we haven't really learned how to do that yet, okay? But what we could do is we could estimate. We could figure out about how many times 21 could go into 65, and we would do that by using compatible numbers. So we want to think of numbers that are close to 65 and 21 that can evenly be divided, okay? So in my head, I'm thinking right now, 65 is really close to 60, and that's a nice friendly number, right? And 21 is really close to 20. So these two are compatible numbers. We could even pretend those zeros are not there, and we know that 6 can be divided by 2 evenly. So using these compatible numbers that are close to these numbers, we can estimate, and we can say, okay, well 20 goes into 60 3 times, so I can estimate and say that 21 goes into 65 3 times. And that's what we're going to be doing today. That's why we need to figure out these compatible numbers. Okay? I want you to look at this example right here, 77 and 18. And I want you to think of some compatible numbers that are close to these two numbers. So it's kind of like we're doing some rounding, all right? So what is a number that's close to 77 that's a friendly number? Hopefully the number that popped into your head is 80, right? 80 is a really friendly number, easy to work with, and it's close to 77. And how about 18? What friendly number is close to 18? Well, I'm thinking that 20 is close to 18. Well, looking at these two numbers, we know they're compatible. Could we divide them? Yeah, we could divide them with mental math. We know that 8 divided by 2 equals 4, right? And these two zeros cancel each other out. So your answer is 4. So that tells us that 77 divided by 18 is going to be about 4. It's going to be close to 4. All right? Let's look at this next example right here, 58 and 32. Can you think of two compatible numbers that are close to 58 and 32, and they can be divided evenly? Okay, hopefully you're thinking of 60 and 30, right? And in our heads, we can divide 60 and 30 using mental math. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and these zeros cancel each other out. So 58 divided by 32 is going to be about 2. 32 goes into 58 about 2 times. Okay, well this example right here is a bigger number, 424 and 61. So I'm thinking of a fast fact, and it's a little bit more difficult, but what I'm thinking in my head is I know that 6 times 7 equals 42, okay? So what number is close to 424? Okay, hopefully in your mind you're thinking, oh, I can make that into 420. That's a friendly number. And 61 could become 60. And I could easily divide those numbers, right? I'll pretend the zeros are not even there. And I know that 42 divided by 6 is 7. And then those zeros cancel each other out. So 61 goes into 424 about 7 times. So that probably looked like two scary numbers that you didn't want to work with. But when you use compatible numbers, they're not so scary. Makes it a lot easier, and we're able to estimate our answers. And who remembers why it's so important to be able to estimate? Yeah, well, if you're thinking it's important to be able to estimate so that you can check your answer and make sure that you're about in the right spot, you're absolutely right. Okay, here are 2 more examples of compatible numbers. If you got this problem and it looks a little bit scary, intimidating, well, don't worry. All you have to do is estimate. All you have to do is find the compatible numbers. So I've found the 2 compatible numbers, 80 and 40. So I could tell you that 43 goes into 84 about 2 times. And that's it. That's my answer. I'm done. Okay, so easy peasy. Let's try a couple on your own. So I want you to write these 2 problems down in your spiral. And I want you to try using compatible numbers. And we will work on this a little bit more tomorrow. All right, great job, 4th grade.